This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
On balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 194. My name's Adam Patterson. With me today, we got Kevin Rakestraw joining us. How you doing there, Kevin?
They're pretty good.
We're also joined by Ryan Halls. How are you?
There's fucking blood everywhere.
What?
They're bridging my nose and bleeding.
Oh shit!
Do you need to take a pause break to?
No, it'll stop it.
Oh my god, he's such a badass.
He's just gonna muscle through it.
Who else records a podcast looking like Andrew WK's Pharrell?
He's just gonna do the review while his nose is just gushing blood all over the floor and all over his desk.
Should we make this
All
a
over his
video
pants.
one?
Yeah, I know. Do you want to turn on your video, Ryan? So,
Feels that we should take advantage of this.
did you guys see the what Donald Trump said today? I know that it's off topic, but I thought it was funny. The whole internet thing. I said we need to shut off the internet.
Yes, but I also did see that someone pointed out that Hillary Clinton said the same thing, just about. So
Did
Really?
she say Did she say maybe in certain areas closing that internet up in some ways?
kind of, actually.
We
She
have
said
to see
something
Bill-
very similar. She didn't say meeting with like Bill Gates and stuff, but
Yeah. Well, she's a fucking idiot too, then.
we already
Sorry.
knew that.
Stupid people. I'm glad to see that. Basically, my whole Twitter feed is just people reaming Donald Trump today, and some of it's pretty funny.
But
Some of
you
it's
know,
a little-
you know
little
what
tiresome.
makes me angry? Tomorrow, what he said today, nobody will remember it.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit, but I think the worst part is they keep giving the fucking guy attention.
Yeah.
They just keep legitimizing him. And it's like, stop it. Stop. Just ignore the guy.
Oh, because it's such a, it's the car accident. It's people. It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's
But
a lot more entertaining than watching any of the other. Certainly any of the other. I don't know though. Ted Cruz is pretty entertaining too because he's such a fucking nut.
I feel like an idiot because I'm an American and everyone likes to see how stupid we can actually look.
It does make us look bad.
It makes it look so terrible.
Yeah, the Trump attention definitely does make us look bad because he is actually still the front runner, is he not?
Yeah.
So
that's the worst,
that's
the worst part of it. We live in a joke country. We're living in a joke country right now.
I mean, I have zero. If he got elected, I don't even know what I probably would just. I'd have to move. I'd just have to leave the country and be like, sorry.
If he would allow you to.
Yeah. Anyway, if you didn't put the walls up, we'd be living in a police state. I don't think so. I think if anything, if he does get the nomination, it will definitely clinch the whoever ends up being the Democratic nominee.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully Bernie Sanders. But anyway, off the political soapbox here, let's talk about some movies. Ryan, what do we have you watch this week?
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto. This is from 1977. This is the directorial debut of Ron Howard, and we picked this in honor of In the Heart of the Sea coming out this week. Another Ron Howard joint. I have a synopsis here. A rich girl steals her dad's Rolls Royce and heads off to Las Vegas to get married. However, her angry parents, a jealous suitor, and a bunch of reward seekers are determined to stop her. It stars Ron Howard, Nancy Morgan, Elizabeth Rogers. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Grand Theft Auto.
Well, Ron Howard and his girlfriend are at her parents' house, and they basically proclaim that she is leaving her rich fiance and marrying Ron Howard, who is like a run-of-the-mill guy And obviously they make the parents angry because their parents are also rich. And they're trying to set her up with a good life rather than what she's actually interested in. And that's where my first problem happened. Towards the beginning of the movie, they're in a bedroom. They get in an argument with their parents, and they're sent to a different room because that's what you do to like 21-year-old kids. Send them to their room. But they gotta escape the house, and they get a Rolls Royce, and her dad goes to chase them, and he jumps in a car which is on cinder block. And that made me think to myself, he already knew they were on blocks before it happened. What? But what did he expect? So they flee, and they're on their way to Las Vegas to get married. And for whatever reason, her dad offers a ransom or a reward to find or take after them. And he is also a criminal, so the cops on him. So her dad goes on the radio and offers a reward, and that makes everyone in the town suddenly try to catch him. And my second problem, and this made me, I know there were other problems, but I can't remember them.
There's so many problems.
Because this one kept happening over and over. They're in a car. Okay, this is 1997. They're in a car, and they make phone calls to the radio station, the television station, her dad, her ex-fiance in 1977 with a fucking rotary phone in the car. How is that happening at all?
Classic car phones.
They just keep calling people, and people call them, and it's a mess. But after everyone decides to capture them, they outrun certain people, get other people off their trail, eventually wind up at a demolition derby for some reason. And they go right in. They don't need to register.
They just drop straight into it.
Yep. And somehow everyone is chasing them. Their car is disabled in this demolition derby. So they eventually run away. And the Rolls Royce is also totaled. And they run away and get married, and the camera's on them during their honeymoon, and the same TV reporter decides to follow them because they're celebrities now, and that's the end of the movie.
Ooh. So wait, everyone drives into the demolition derby?
Not right away. They
take the time.
But
they
all the cars are destroyed. And there's never any like fire. The cars just like break, and that's it.
It's done.
Like there's horrific accidents, knowing it's right, everyone just walks away.
Well, it is rated PG.
But
So
I'm talking about the facts, Adam. None of them are crap.
He doesn't give a shit about ratings, Adam. He's talking facts. Stone cold facts.
So what'd you think of this thing?
It made no sense. It was fucking dumb.
It sounds pretty simple.
I mean, I guess you could say that, but the car phone thing really irritates me.
The car
hung up on the car phone.
The car phones is fucking you up. It being 1977, which I think there actually were car phones in the 70s, and definitely in a Rolls Royce.
Probably, but I don't know about
They
rotary.
were like rotary dial phones that we had in our house when we were like 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
It says very popular in the 70s. Car phones, very popular in the 70s. That's what I'm saying.
I love that you're doing research on the history
I'm getting
of car
all
phones.
over car phones, okay? All over it.
I want to say my family got our first phone.
Car phone?
In like 89.
Phone or car phone?
Car phone.
Damn, you had a car phone?
We didn't have a car phone.
Dude, you're so
no
cool.
way.
We had a car phone whenever we would watch like one of the rich people's houses because we got to drive their cars when they were gone, and one of them was a Jaguar, and we thought it was the coolest thing ever having a car phone.
I remember using a car phone when I was younger, but I don't remember the context. Like, I don't know if we borrowed one, or I think you could rent them back then. So I think maybe like when we took a road trip, like when we drove down to the Outer Banks, we would rent a car phone just to have in case of emergencies.
Ooh, that's good thinking.
I remember them being crazy expensive.
Yeah, I think they were really and they were like big too. Like basically your whole console, your whole middle console up front was the car phone.
Yeah, they were like big bags, like
big bags,
Velcro bags.
Yeah, it was like a whole satchel.
Like yeah,
the whole satchel for that. The first car phone was actually in 1910. So
wow,
there you go, Lars Magnus Ericsson. That's where the Ericsson name comes from.
Bet that worked really good.
He had to stop and hook it up to the telephone poles.
So it wasn't. It was just it was literally just a phone. And he was just driving around with it.
Still, pretty smart idea.
It was a lineman handset.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. So this sounds like a pretty classic carsploitation film. There were a lot of these back in the 70s.
Yeah, everybody was just about racing people.
Racing and crazy car stunts.
Something else that bothered me. This girl I've only driven a Rolls Royce one time, but I can handle it. And this girl
couldn't handle it.
Like it's a fucking dream for her to drive. Like it's so easy for her.
Now, when you say you couldn't handle it, what do you mean by that?
I couldn't like.
It was
a big boat.
It was so big. It was difficult. Difficult to maneuver.
Well, I mean, it was the 70s. All cars were boats back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
everything was a boat or a pontoon. Fucking cars were huge.
Cars were the size of schooners back then.
Yeah, man.
So this was on Roger Corman's New World Pictures label. It was one of his one of Corman's. I think this was one of like when he was trying to break out and do like more mainstream kind of stuff. But yeah, he's the one that kind of gave Ron Howard his start in the directing world. So that's why any of those like Roger Corman documentaries that there've been a few that have come out over the years. They always get Ron Howard to speak in those because basically, without good old Roger Corman, not so sure Ron Howard would have much of a directing career.
He's a pretty
terrible
actor. Yeah.
What?
And his brother is also in this.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Now,
Which
quick question, Ryan. If they took out the car phones, would that have helped? Would that have gotten you?
No, because that would even make less sense. Like they were at one point, she calls her ex-fiance her dad and talks to him for but like they have a whole conversation while they're out running a car. It's ridiculous.
Why are they making so many phone calls? Like, who are they calling?
They call her dad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fiance, her ex-fiance. The news helicopter guy.
They just have the they have the numbers.
Yeah, they call the helicopter. Does the helicopter have a helicopter phone in it?
It's not. It just has normal.
Just has a normal phone.
Normal phone.
So they just have the news helicopter phone just in their head.
Well, it's their headset. They're talking on the phone through the headset.
Right, but how did they know the number? How was Ron Howard like? Oh, there's the helicopter.
Well,
let me call him.
Right there, I think.
So
it's ridiculous.
Did anyone at any point pull out a giant phone book?
No,
hey, look under.
I wish they didn't hit me with it.
Look under H for helicopters.
All helicopters were under H. It just said helicopter, news, helicopter, Roberts.
Oh, kind of want to see this now. How was the car action? Because that's what people really watch this for. The car action.
Not realistic.
Not realistic.
What do you mean?
No, like I said, there were no fires. There are, I think I could, but no fires. Everyone just walked away from everything.
Right? What? So Ron's getting in a shit ton of accidents?
Yeah.
It's just Ron's just constantly getting in car accidents and walking away.
He doesn't that much. But like at the Demolition Derby.
Ah, okay.
In the middle of the desert.
I just like the things that you get hung up on. Telephones and fires. You seem really bitter that there wasn't more fires.
I guess the cover. The cover must be misleading because there's an explosion.
Yeah.
There's an explosion on the poster.
Well, if there's one that I missed, but every icon I saw it, no fire.
No fire.
Looks like there's a cop car that's falling off a bridge and there's some sort of explosion. Did that happen?
Cop car, I just remember in the desert, 3 cop cars were chasing them. And they all wrecked into each other.
But
and
no fires.
One of them flipped over. And they all walked away.
Do they actually have like a scene of them just like getting up and walking away?
Yeah.
It was probably like a Dukes of Hazzard style thing where they, shake their fist.
Throw their hat down.
Yep. Stomp on it. Yep. So this is not the first 70s carsploitation movie that you've seen. We also had you to watch Vanishing Point not long ago. Actually, you know what? I'm looking on the IMDb page. There's a clip right here that shows a cop car on fire. So you must have missed something here.
There's fires all over the place in this movie. You're just missing them.
There's a cop car that looks like it's flying through the air and it is on fire.
I'm going to let you know because I'm going to watch the thing right now.
There you go.
Oh, wait. I got a 30-second ad first. Hold up. Just hold tight.
You get a 30-second ad to watch a 20-second clip.
Yep, just hold tight, everybody.
So, you saw Vanishing Point. Which one did you like more? Grand Theft Auto or Vanishing Point?
I like Vanishing Point more.
Yeah.
Was it because there was more fires?
More realistic.
Okay.
I don't think there were.
Holy shit! It's a huge fire. It's a whole explosion. Are you kidding me? It's in slow-mo. Oh,
You're missing slow-mo fires.
oh, shit. He gets out of the car. He does get out of the car, and he's just like, oh, shit. It's still on fire. He's just standing there. There's a clown. Holy shit, there's a clown. The clown's talking to the cop. But it's not a real cop. It looks like a pastor.
There's one of the demolition derby cars, a clown car.
Yeah, the cop got out of the cop car that was on fire and stole the clown car. There's definitely fires in this movie, Ryan. And this clown's now cheering everybody on. I don't know. I kind of want to watch it just because of this clown.
I kind of don't want to watch it because of the clown.
The clown's all pissed off that they stole his car, but yet all the other cars that are passing by, he's like cheering on.
That's because he's not on fire.
He's cheering because he's not on fire.
I'm not on fire! Yay!
Okay. Let's talk about some Ron Howard. I don't know if you've ever had you watch a Ron Howard movie on this show. What's your take on Ron Howard's filmography? Are you a fan?
He did Parenthood, right?
Yep.
That's the only one that I realized.
Parenthood is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Parenthood, and because of that, I always have to give Ron Howard the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the movies that he directs. He did The Paper with Michael Keaton. I haven't seen that in years, but I remember really liking it. He did Apollo 13. He did Far and Away. He did Backdraft, Willow.
Backdraft's a good one.
Yeah, I love Backdraft.
Gung-Ho.
Love me some Backdraft. What, Willow?
No, Gung-Ho.
Gung-Ho. Never saw it.
Fucking Gung-Ho. That used to be on Comedy Central all the damn time.
Nope, never saw that one. I don't think so. I did see Cocoon. Wasn't a big fan of Cocoon.
Oh. I honestly didn't know he did all these movies.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff.
I didn't know he did Backdraft.
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen one movie, but I saw Parenthood and Backdraft. Those are the only two you named.
Apollo 13.
I may have seen that, but I don't remember it at all.
Did you see Ransom?
Yeah, Ransom.
Is that what
I forgot he did Ransom.
Gibson?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sneeze.
I liked Ransom. Ed TV. Not a big fan of that one. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live action one.
Really?
Yeah.
He's starting to lose
I
it.
could watch that movie
I hated that
every
movie.
day at work.
Hated
Yeah.
it.
They just played it at work all the time?
Yeah, they had it on loop.
Oh, that sucks.
All year. On a loop all year. He also did A Beautiful Mind, The Missing, Cinderella Man, Da Vinci Code, Frost Nixon, Angels and Demons, The Dilemma, Rush. Rush was his last one, if you don't count the Made in America documentary he did, the Jay-Z documentary.
I'm not impressed.
Ooh.
Not impressed, wow. Weren't you a fan of the Da Vinci Code movies? Wasn't that?
I think it's been years since I've seen them.
I didn't like it.
Because my dad was in that shit.
Yeah. I liked Frost Nixon. I liked that one quite a bit. Kevin, what's your take?
Eh.
Middle? In the middle for you?
It's only like one movie on here maybe that I like.
Mm-mm.
I
Better be
haven't.
Parenthood.
It's not Parenthood.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if I've ever seen Parenthood.
Oh my god. You are missing out, my friend.
I would agree.
I'll have to watch some Parenthood.
I've seen that movie so many times. It's just endlessly rewatchable for me. It's one of those few movies that I can just watch over and over again. I probably watch it at least once every other year, and it never gets old. It's still funny.
You're all about Parenthood.
Oh, it's just a fantastic
I
movie.
guess I'll have to check out some Parenthood.
I think you absolutely will. I'll let you borrow my copy.
Oh, you got that shit? Like a physical copy of it?
Of course.
Is it the Diamond Edition?
No,
Ah,
that's only Disney that does that, I think.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
VHS.
I think I still have it on VHS at my dad's house.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure I do, unless my dad got... I found out my dad, last time I was at home, my dad got rid of all of my CDs. All of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this guy.
Pretty sure he got... Because I went into my room, and I noticed all my CDs are gone, and I'm like, what happened to all my CDs? Because I still have hundreds and hundreds of them. And he's like, yeah, I got rid of them.
He's just passing by in the hall. He's like, oh yeah, I threw those out.
Yeah, it was a pretty big bummer. Because I was looking for a specific CD that I remembered from when I was younger, and I wanted to listen to it, but I guess I can't. And now it's gone forever because I don't remember the name of the band.
Dad took care of that shit.
Good job, Todd.
T-Bird threw that shit out in the trash.
Yeah, it was a little upsetting. I liked Rush, actually, his last one. I didn't think I was gonna care for it too much, but I actually had a pretty good time with that one.
I don't know if that's called that.
It's damn it, it's the Formula One racing one, but I can't remember the name of the two guys. The classic rivalry. Niki Lauda.
Oh, I know.
And the other guy.
Sorry, other guy.
What's that movie that I watched for you? Wasn't it? That was no. Wait.
I had you. I think when this came out, we had you watch the one with Stallone, where they were like racing through the city in F1 cars.
Yeah. Alright.
James Hunt was the other guy. He was the American. And Niki Lauda.
You ruined it.
Yeah.
You ruined it. Thanks a lot.
I had to clarify. All right, so that's Ron Howard. He's a little hit or miss for me too, but I think the ones that the ones of his that I like, I really like. Like I would say I love Parenthood and Backdraft, and I've seen when I was younger I liked Apollo 13 a whole lot too, and Ransom. So, all right, Ryan, any final thoughts on Grand Theft Auto before we give you your drum roll?
Stupid.
Were you expecting it to be the video game where Ron Howard's running up to people and punching them in the face and ripping them out of their cars?
I saw Ron Howard on the credits, and I was expecting much more.
So what you're saying is Ron Howard really let you down?
Yeah, and then his brother let me down even more.
Oh, Clint let you down?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. That sucks. All right, Ryan, what do you give Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
2 out of 10.
Wow.
Man. Last week we were up with the 5 out of 10. We're back down to the 2s.
Sorry, Ron.
We'll get it. Don't worry about it. We'll get it. We'll get that 10 out of 10.
So, what are you thinking about In the Heart of the Sea?
Whales?
Huh?
You like whales? Are you a whale guy?
Do you have any idea of the length?
The length, it's 2 hours long.
That seems long and drawn out to me.
It's 2 hours, but I'd be willing to bet it feels like it's about 2.5 or 3. It just seems like one of those movies.
What would you think if it was whales for like an hour and 20 minutes?
Like Free Willy?
Sure.
I guess if you want it to be that, sure.
I would love that.
So what you're saying is you're interested in seeing Free Willy.
Basically, you just want a remake of Free Willy.
Yes.
Where are you at on Moby Dick? Fan of the Moby Dick story?
Somewhat, yeah. Not a huge fan, but I like it.
Well, you might want to check this out then, because it's based on the event that inspired Moby Dick. So, yeah, whaling ship is preyed upon by a sperm whale.
Oh shit!
Stranding its crew at sea for 90 days.
I wonder if the whales are gonna look all computery and epic. Or if it looks like a real whale.
I think they trained a real sperm whale to wreak havoc on these people. Chris Hemsworth and Cillian Murphy.
They trained the whale to dislike the actors and act out against them while shooting.
They got a sperm whale and captured it in a giant tank, and then lined the inside of the tank with nothing but pictures of Ben Winshaw and Chris Hemsworth and Cillian Murphy, and then let it free after like 3 years, and then they filmed the movie. I think that's how it worked.
It just had a keen hatred for those actors.
It hates them.
I don't know. From the trailers, it looked like the whale effects are decent.
From the trailer, this movie looks like absolute garbage.
I am not interested in this at all. I think it does not look very good.
Like legit garbage.
That I have no interest in this story either. Like, what do I give a fuck about a bunch of whalers? Fuck them.
I hope that sperm whale beats the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Whalers.
I hope it rips out their entrails.
Whalers are people too.
Whalers are. Yeah, they are. They are people.
Yeah, and they get wrecked by a sperm whale. Fucking cheer on that sperm whale like crazy.
Yeah, I'm just not too into this.
It just looks so sappy and.
You know, there's going to be that one scene where it's either taking place during a big storm at night, or when like when they're being attacked and the ship is like sinking, and the music's gonna turn up and the sound is gonna turn off.
Yeah,
and you're just gonna see them
as soon as the camera goes underwater, and then it's good. It's gonna be a rainstorm. There's gonna be rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all of that is literally in the trailer.
Well, it could be. And it's gonna be like Chris Hemsworth holding a giant piece of rope trying to hold something up. And he's going to be screaming, but we're not going to be able to hear him because they cut off the sound and it's just the music.
Yeah.
And it's such a powerful moment.
Oh, and it swells like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that whale comes up and you're just like, oh shit, whale time.
Uh-oh. Whale time. Back in action.
And then that whale like headbutts Ben Winshaw right in the face. It's going to be great.
Oh, God. Yeah, no. No.
Thanks.
Nope. Don't think so. There you have it. In the Heart of the Sea. That's it. That's our summary right there. All right, Ryan. Any closing remarks on In the Heart of the Sea or Grand Theft Auto?
No.
How unfortunate is it that a title like Grand Theft Auto, which I think is a pretty strong title, how it just gets ruined by this shitty Ron Howard movie from 1977.
It's probably a little strong because you're used to hearing it, but I mean it is basically all it is a criminal charge. So it was named because it's named for Ron Howard's under suspicion of Grand Theft Auto.
There's an idea for an article. Movies that have good titles but are terrible movies.
Yes. The title actually makes more sense than...
It should have just been Car Phone Sans Car Fires. That's what Ron said.
Car Phone, the movie.
Car Phone. No car fire. Except for that one that I forgot about and missed somehow. Because maybe my nose was bleeding.
Yeah, let's get an update on Nosebleed. Where are we at with the Nosebleed? Has it stopped?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just constantly rubbing.
I don't know if you should rub it.
That's probably... No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea at all.
Just getting it on my face.
He's applying it.
Your mom's gonna come over tonight to give you dinner or whatever, and she's gonna walk in. You're gonna have blood smeared all over your face. It looks like you were eating a human. She's gonna be freaked out.
She will freak out.
Oh, fantastic.
Ryan.
What happened?
Actually, just to recap, because we didn't discuss the nosebleed. Right before we started recording, Ryan hit his face on his desk, and his nose started bleeding.
One of those powerful. Was it a sneeze? It was a sneeze, right?
Yeah.
One of those dangerous sneezes.
The violent sneeze.
Sneezes are so dangerous for you.
Yeah, so is coughing.
That's.
Yeah. Yep. So is anything that touches your foot.
Basically, any bodily function is not cool.
It's all dangerous.
It's all awful.
It's dangerous for those around you too, if they're in the immediate vicinity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, I think that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. And follow us on Twitter, @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @My Legs Don't Work. And if you could, take a minute to take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/FilmPulse, and consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.
See you later.